What's good, guys? Hope y'all doing well out there. And I had to make a video about this. EVO being sold to the Saudis. It has basically created a completely explosion within the FGC, and has pretty much been a hot topic on everybody's lips. Some people like it, some people don't like it. Me, I'm kind of just in the middle. I don't really particularly care one way or the other that they bought it, but I can definitely see why some people are upset about them buying it. But at the end of the day, I kind of knew this was going to happen. Like, as soon as they sold it to Sony, excuse me, as soon as they sold it to Sony, I kind of had a feeling. I'm like, especially once Gamers 8 and EWC came in, I'm like, eventually they're gonna make a move to buy it, and I'd be damned if I wasn't right. And it's crazy how I think Sony's only owned EVO for maybe like 5 years, and it kind of makes me feel like Sony got it thinking that it was going to be a benefit to them, because it does make sense, because it gives them a chance to produce basically show off their end zone monitors, their headsets, the PlayStation 5, and it's kind of just crazy that they would just walk away from it. But I kind of felt like they might have looked at it and said, well, this isn't profitable for us, so we're gonna just, we're gonna be a partner and we're gonna sell it to them, and maybe they can put on a better show. Because right now it's kind of split down the middle. People aren't really particularly happy with the fact that it was sold to them because of like human rights violations and things like that in their stance on the LGBTQ. And it's one of those things where I think they're trying to change a little bit, but it's going to take some time. Sonic Fox, I'm gonna have to get his tweet, but he basically made a statement that he doesn't particularly like it, and he's just been going off on it, and he's gonna go to EVO and he's gonna be gayer than ever. He's gonna be the gayest man in Gay Town. And I'm just like, dude, like, that's not the way to approach this situation. The way to approach this situation is to try and basically open a dialogue, basically, because I just don't think you're gonna change their religion, but you can go over there and actually be respectful of their culture and not try to basically force your opinion upon them, because it's not going to end well. And I really think the Saudis coming in is definitely going to be could be a good thing. I'm gonna say this, could be a good thing for the FGC, because it actually could bring in a lot of money into the FGC that we desperately have been needing. Because outside of the main 1% of players, which this money that's coming in is really still only going to benefit them, but it's going to make it, to me, it's going to make it more viable that if somebody wants to take this as a career and actually do this like as an actual career, that this could be a first step. And with EWC, and we knew people didn't like the fact that they had EWC, but honestly, I think I'm gonna say it like this. I think eventually, maybe like couple of years down the line, people are really gonna be forgot about this, and it's not gonna be as big of a deal as people are trying to push it out right now. Right now, it's a big deal because the community seems to be. There's really no way to get around it. The community leans very left, and it sometimes leans extremely left to the point where it's kind of, they're not liking the fact that these Saudis are coming in and basically are not going to really, I guess, tolerate some of their stuff, and it's going to change a lot in the scene. That's going to basically force people to either make some hard decisions on whether or not they're going to support EVO anymore. Me personally, I'll still support it. If I had a chance to go, I would go. But I feel like even if you wanted to boycott it, like, you would have to boycott CEO, because Jabali, I believe, he helps them run Gamers 8. He helps them run EWC and Tone. Like, it's a lot of these TOs that, like Combo Breaker and CEO, they help them run EWC. So if you were to boycott EVO because of them buying it, you would have to boycott those tournaments too, and we all know people are not going to do that. But I think this is going to actually could potentially be a good thing, especially if they put a lot of money into the scene. Because honestly, if we really look at tournaments, dude, tournaments have numbers have been going down, regardless of what people want to say. Like, and even when I look at it, I'm like, dude, do I really want to spend, especially like let's say with EVO, I looked at it like, do I really want to spend $2,000 on a plane ticket, another $130 on entry fees, and then another $1,000 on a hotel? I'm like, it to me is getting to the point where it's not going to be financially responsible to move around to a lot of these tournaments. That's why you're starting to see, I think, what EVO was 2,000 people less than it was the year before, because people just don't have the money for it. And when it comes down to it, people are always going to say, you know what, I would rather put that money towards something else. And that's kind of where I'm at right now with tournaments. Like, if it's somewhere close to me, I'll go to it, but I just don't really want to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars to go to a tournament to just be there for 3 days and just play, losing pools and then just chill out and hang for a couple of days. But you guys let me know what y'all think about the Saudis buying EVO, and I'll talk to y'all guys later. Peace. Y'all be safe. I'm out.